From $200,000 on up to $20 million plus, I'm going to put myself in a home buyer's shoes to try to find the best home for the price bracket. Now, I've been a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for over 15 years now, helping people find the best places to live. So we're going to stay in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we are going to go to Zillow because that's where many home buyers are. So let's start with the price bracket of $200,000 to $300,000. Keep in mind, most of our clients are coming here looking for good schools, a good neighborhood, as well as homes that are not so old that they need a lot of repairs or updating. And so those are the things I'm keeping in mind for this video, because you can find a home $200,000, $300,000 in many places in DFW. So with that, my top areas would be Haslett, although there is some significant traffic there off 287. Also, Princeton is a booming city. It's kind of like the overflow in this North Dallas area. But I would say my top pick is going to be Forney. Forney, it gets traffic as well, but Forney is a booming city right now. New construction is happening everywhere. They have pretty good schools, but if you can zone in on the northern side of Forney that zone to Rockwall ISD, then those test scores are even higher than 40. So let's take a look to see what we have. I'm also going to put in a minimum square footage of 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. It just pinged real quick. Travis Ranch is probably my top pick for a neighborhood. Again, it zones to the schools of Rockwall ISD. And so you have several homes to choose from in this price bracket. And I would say this might be my top pick. So this is not too bad. I know it's not the cutest exterior. However, it's not too old. It's in good schools, 1,500 square feet. So I know the elevation is not as cute, but you're getting a pretty new home for $269. Not too bad. Let's move on to the next price bracket of $300,000 to $500,000. I would say my top picks for a newer home, again, is going to be the Salina area. I'd say Melissa, as well as this northern side of Fort Worth. I like these areas because the schools are great. Argyle is in the top 5%. In Argyle, some of the homes do zone to Northwest ISD, which is in the top 20% as well. But if that's important, Northwest ISD, Argyle also has, if you want a smaller school district, Argyle. So you have some options here, some cute homes. New construction, you also have Pecan Square that you could build in and harvest in this area, which is actually Northlake. But let's zoom in on Argyle. So I really like this home. It's at $450,000, super cute. Now you are going to find some of these homes have smaller backyards. If you're wanting a larger backyard, that's okay. Go further out into the country areas, but this is a really nice community. And this listing shows the master plan community of Harvest. They have so many activities to do. They have a coffee shop that you can hang out, a little fishing pond, great neighborhood to land in Argyle. Has gyms, swimming pools, parks, great family vibe. In the next price bracket of $500,000 to $750,000, it's really about the same areas that I would choose, but it does open up your possibilities, you know, even closer. So Frisco's a great city. You're just not going to get a brand new home in Frisco. There are many areas that you can find a home, but again, I would zoom in this neighborhood of Pecan Square in particular, especially if you like new construction, because it's new construction and the community is worth it if you're looking to make friends. So I know it says Coral City, but it's really Northlake, a big booming city. Here's the neighborhood of Pecan Square. Look how cute this house is. You can get new construction, but let's zoom in on this one. Super cute, for sale right now, $699, 2,800 square feet. I love the double doors here. I love that the cabinets are not all white. Great layout. This is a really cute house. Again, your backyards are going to be small in Pecan Square, but the whole point of Pecan Square is community, and so they have many parks and pickleball courts and pools and gym and community workspace and many, many activities for you to get to know your neighbors and your kids to meet and things like that. Look, even this one shows Pecan Square. Next, we're going to talk about 750 to 1 million. And again, your options are expanding now. Frisco's a great place to land. Keller's a great place to land. Roanoke, Rockwall. I don't like all the traffic over the lake, but if you don't have to commute, Rockwall's a great place to land. But these are the top areas I would be searching in. You could also do Flower Mound. So with that, let's zoom in to some of these areas. See, the homes are going to be a little older over here. Pretty good square footage for the money, though. The city I would zone in on or zoom in on is Trophy Club. Now, Trophy Club is a small city. However, it's considered one of the safest cities in the state of Texas, and it's convenient, very convenient to the airport for commuting. It's also convenient if you need to commute to Dallas or Fort Worth. It's kind of centrally located in the metroplex, so that's why I would zoom in here. There are not as many homes available, but you could watch it. And the homes were typically, there are some older homes, but you can find some newer homes in the specific neighborhood that I love. This is one that I love. This is a home that I found that I've actually seen in person, and I like it because it has a pool for $750,000. And it does need a little bit of updating, but what you can get for your money and the location is really good. So again, a little older style, but it's only, I think it was built around probably 2015 is my guess. So as you can see, like the older style wood cabinets, the browns, but it wouldn't take a whole lot to update this home to get it really nice, and for the location, it's just a win. The home's well maintained as well as it having a pool. Great family-friendly community. Next, we're going to talk about the $1 to $2 million price point, and my favorite cities for that price point is going to be Colleyville, Southlake. You can't see here. Even like this whole like hub right here is really nice. You also have Frisco, Prosper. Oh yeah, Prosper's great. Same with Salina up here north. There's so many great areas, but these would be my top picks personally. Maybe even Highland Village. You're gonna have some great picks, especially as you go further north, then you'll get some newer homes. Prosper has larger lot sizes. Down here in Keller, it's a great school district. Colleyville's a great place to land. So let's zoom in on this one in Prosper. I love Prosper because you're going to get the larger backyards. This is a really cute house at 1.399. I love the built-ins. The ceilings, everything's not all white. Well, I guess the kitchen's a little bit white, but you see the multicolors in the cabinetry. Cute light fixtures, nice windows, and this property has a pool. Look how nice that is. This is in the community of Star Trail, which is a really nice community. As you drive in, you have Highland Homes who builds there, which we love Highland Homes. They are still production homes at this price point versus a custom built home, but for a newer home that you don't have to update between 1 and 2, I'd say this is a pretty good pick. You can find some homes like in Southlake that are custom built, even in Trophy Club and Colleyville custom built, but you may have to update them a little bit, and they may be a little bit older for under the 2 price point. Now we're going to talk about the 2 to 4 million budget. And these next budget going on up to 20 million plus, I would say, are the hottest areas of Dallas-Fort Worth. So they're going to be the same areas. We're talking Frisco, Southlake, Highland Park, Colleyville, maybe a little bit in Flower Mound. These areas are the hottest attractions. And Highland Park down here. So we're going to zoom in on these areas for the 2 to 4, but also 20 million plus. Again, you can get some really nice homes up in this area that's really close to the airport. The southern part of Flower Mound is really nice, especially if you like lake living. There's some gated, guarded communities there. Highland Park is always a hit. Great schools if you like urban living or need to commute to Dallas. It's also close to the Dallas Love Field Airport if you do some traveling, though it's a little bit further from the international airport. But I would say with this budget, it's not actually included here, is a neighborhood called Frisco Fields I'd like to zoom in on. Frisco Fields is great because the neighborhood is booming. It's going to make a great investment. Lot sizes are much smaller for the $2 to $4 million price point, but if you have a higher price point, then you can build in the preserve and they go on up to 20, 30 million. It's a new development, maybe the hottest in the nation. Frisco has so many activities in the area, entertainment, dining, so many great things in Frisco Fields. I would definitely look at this neighborhood if this is your budget. Oh, this is the one I would zoom in on. Huntington is my favorite builder. I'm not a big fan of Toll Brothers. Message me if you want any info on Toll Brothers, not my favorite. We've had many complaints throughout the years with them, but if you're gonna build, I'd say Huntington would be one of my favorite in the 2 to 3. Then there are some other builders, 3+ that you could consider in Frisco Fields. Now, if you're looking in the 4 to 6 million, again, same areas, right? Frisco, Highland Park, but I would zoom in. I would take a good look at Southlake if your budget's 4 to 6 million. There's a really nice neighborhood called Saddleback in Southlake with brand new construction. You have Crescent Heights. I really like this home, by the way. I've been in this one as well. Southlake, Westlake is a good place to look if you are in the $4 to $6 million price point, but let's zoom in on this one for Southlake. I've been in this home as well. It's beautiful, it's well done, 4.6, 7,900 square feet. The only negative that I don't like about this home in particular is it is right off of a busy road, but this gives you a good idea of what you can get for your money. Many times you're gonna see that they have built-in wine cellars on display. That's a big trend right now. If you don't like wine, which some of our clients don't, then you can typically convert it to something else, some other kind of display. Many of these new construction homes do not have a pool, and so you'd have to put that in. Price point about $200,000 to maybe $500,000 if you want it all decked out to put one in. But I do like these sliding glass doors. And this neighborhood in particular is really nice, modern architecture. It is a gated community, though this home is outside the gate, but it's a really nice area, nice neighborhood, great schools. Next up real quick is the 6 to 10, and again, I'd be looking in the same areas, but I wanna highlight Westlake right now. My favorite neighborhood is in Westlake, and it's called Quail Hollow. It's beautiful. So here's Westlake, which is right next to Southlake. So Westlake is a small city. It's booming, it's growing. You're gonna have a lot of new construction going on there right now, but it is definitely a place if you want a newer home, but a more relaxed, quiet atmosphere versus your Highland Park, which is the urban, fast-paced atmosphere. You also have the option of the schools, of sending your kids to a charter school or to Carroll ISD, which zones to the Southlake schools, which are #1 in the state of Texas for test scores. Highland Park is actually #2. So zooming in on this house, I know it says the address is Roanoke. It's really Westlake, but this zip code runs through the Roanoke post office, which is why it says Roanoke, but it is actually Westlake. So again, you can get a new construction home. This is one of my favorite communities, Quail Hollow, gated and guarded. You also have access to the Vaquero Country Club, which is across the street with the neighborhood of Vaquero, and it's just beautiful. I like the double ovens. Nice, nice touch. And look at this bathroom. This is at 9 point, almost 7. I like this because it also has a back. It also has a basketball court in the backyard. Okay, I have 2 more. This is actually the last one, and then I have a bonus one for you. This is the $10 to $20 million price point. Same areas, Westlake, Southlake, Frisco, and Highland Park are my top favorites. But let's take a look at what's available in Highland Park. I like Highland Park because, they call it Highland Park because there are parks throughout the city. And so even though you're in an urban setting, it feels very tranquil. Like as you're walking through the trails, there are creeks, parks, schools are ranked super high, family-friendly community. Just know that you're not gonna get any gated and guarded neighborhoods in Highland Park, but it is still a really good area. Homes can range anywhere from $1 million on up to $40 million in Highland Park. You also have another university park, they call it Park Cities, that they zone to Highland Park schools as well, so those are some options for you. Let's zoom into this one. It's one of my top picks for Highland Park right now on the market. It's beautiful. I've driven past this home. I've not been inside of it yet, but lovely. This is a nice street to live off of as well. And of course the pool. Now the bonus home that I want to share is over 20 million, and out of all the homes that are on the market right now, most of those homes, 20, even $60 million homes, they need, in my view, they need so much updating. Now again, sometimes we don't want to mess with the architecture, but it really depends on that look, right? A look that you're going for. So for me, if I had the unlimited budget, I would choose this home. Now this home is in Southlake, Texas. It's been on the market several times and it's off Sunshine. I've been in this home as well and it is spectacular, spectacular. So take a look. First off, it's gated, beautiful drive-in, marble floors in the entry. Lovely kitchen. I don't know if you can tell, but that backsplash is kind of feminine on my side of the things. I don't know if my husband would like it much. But a beautiful designed home. Wine cellar. It is very white though. Has a recording studio, your game room, basketball court, workout gym, but I thought this was interesting, like an indoor trampoline park, and all the space you can dream of. If you want personalized one-on-one help that fits your criteria, what you're looking for in a community, maybe a city, a neighborhood, and a home, I would be so happy to help. I'm Dana Pollard, real estate broker here in Dallas, Fort Worth, and all you have to do is fill out the Dream Home questionnaire in the link below and schedule a one-on-one Zoom consultation with me and we can get started.